Hello, everybody. How's it going today? Got another contender here for the executive suite. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, contestant?
Ladies, gentlemen, folks in general aggregate, brought to you by Armanaut Corporation. It's the Patware guest appearance.
Woo! Also, I forgot to turn my music on. The game has no music, so I have to provide my own. Hopefully, it won't be too loud.
Hopefully, that dog isn't too loud. Now, she never gets heard over my mic.
All right.
Hold on. 1 second. I just heard something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll do the little introduction first. So, for those who haven't seen before, this is Executive Suite. As you can see, made in 1982. It is a text-based game where you attempt to climb the corporate ladder in a tech company. This is done via text prompts and multiple choice questions, some of which will yield good results, some of which will yield bad results, some of which will yield yourself jumping out of a window. I've previously taken, in order, Bibinka Bear, Owen Aeon, and, Sakura Mikage through the gauntlet that is the Executive Suite. As you can see in the corner over there, Bibinka Bear is still the record holder. Why is my chat? There we go. My chat window wasn't showing for some reason. Anyway, so despite the fact that Bibinka's score there involved her beating the game and becoming the president of MMC, that score can definitely be beaten because it did take her quite a while, and age is a major factor to the score.
Sorry about that. I had to attend something. I'm back.
That's fine. All right, so just a bit of a recap for you now. So, yeah, Bibinka's currently the high score holder, and don't let the fact that she beat the game and became president of the company discourage you. She took a good while to get it done, and age is a major factor in that score.
Right.
All right. So,
and being Bibinka, I imagine she wasn't particularly overtly villainous.
No. All right, so the way this is going to work is I will go ahead and narrate everything on screen here, and through however much discussion or lack of which he wishes, Patware will make his decisions based on the multiple choices that he is presented with. I will go ahead and handle the inputs for him, since I'm hosting. I have this game in DOSBox locally. No online gameplay in 1982, unfortunately. The internet,
much.
The internet was still a babby.
You pretty much had thermonuclear warfare, and that was about it.
Yeah. And now I will say, for everyone here who may not have seen any of the previous streams, Executive Suite does the best way to describe it is that it is a game of its era. There are a handful of things in it that might not mesh well with ideologies as we understand things today. There's also going to be a lot of references to extremely dated things. But no worries, if anyone doesn't know what something is when the game brings it up, we have handy dandy Wikipedia.
And someone who's fortunately dated himself.
Yeah, so we can go look up who Red Adair is if it comes up in the game.
Ooh, I hope they bring up Pan Am.
Yes, they should. People born in 1982 are dated. All right. Enough stalling. Let's get this going. So, yes, the Mighty Microcomputer Corporation. Look at that. Isn't this just where you want to work?
A grim edifice.
All right. So, as you enter the MMC building, the receptionist Angie smiles as if she knows you. Angie asks if you are new to Mighty Microcomputer Corporation or are continuing a prior career. We are new.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be doing an initial interview. Now, I will say, as we're walking over to Simon Woodstock's office here for our interview, as far as real life goes, how do you generally do at interviews?
Really well, but usually in very non-standard ways.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure you'll be happy to learn that it's impossible to fail this one. You're guaranteed an entry-level job here because it's the 1980s and they'll take anyone who managed...
They were just wanting to hire people.
They'll take anyone who managed to walk into the door and form a sentence.
I think my best anecdote is my last big interview. The manager had the same shitty job that I had previously. And the interview got completely derailed into both of us complaining about that place for about 10 minutes, and then he gave me the job.
Very nice. Also, people in the chat, if you can go ahead and let me know how the volume balance sounds. Want to try to get both of us around similar levels. Station says we good, so I trust Station. Anyway, it's good to see you made it. Try to relax. I'm going to ask you some questions and hopefully provide some answers on how you might fit into MMC. What is your first name?
Terrible.
Terrible? All right. Terrible, a good name. I like it. Terrible is a good start. What is your last name?
Jugman.
Jugman. Right. With the last name of Jugman, what part of the country are you from? East, west, south, or Midwest?
East.
East it is. Very good. MMC does a lot of business in that area. What is your hometown and state?
We'll give them something similar. We'll say Albany, New York.
Oh. So everything you're going to be saying right now are Albany expressions.
Yeah.
Albany, New York.
Kuro Daya, thanks for the raid.
Hey, Kuro, thank you very much for the raid. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. You're in for some insane text-based action. For those who may not have been here before, hello, I am Vite, the Bear Wizard, the Wizard Bear. I play video games on the internet and occasionally like to guide people through crushing capitalism in Executive Suite.
I'm Pat Ware, a terrible jug who's been given a late-night show, and now I'm everybody's problem.
All right, Albany, New York. Let's go. Growing up in the East, where did you go to college? State University, City College, private college, or I never had time to go to college?
We'll go with State University on this one.
All right. People getting their trading cards. We do have a 1 point redeem for the cards there. They're all terrible pictures of me. I'm sorry, you said State University?
We'll go with State University on this one.
Alrighty. What was the name of your school?
SUNY. SUNY.
SUNY, alright. What did you study at SUNY? Girls, boys, business administration, engineering, or liberal arts?
Business administration.
Of course. How did you do in your studies? Great, scored all the time, summa cum laude. Dean's list, could have done better but for all the parties. Who cares I graduated or didn't make it I flunked out?
Dean's list could have done better except for all the rituals.
Alright.
Parties.
Uh-huh. Did you go on to graduate school or had you had enough education after SUNY? Went on to a ranked university, forgot about school and toured Europe, attended a good local school, or jump from school to work to make money?
Oh, we jump from school to work to make money. People want to hear how much money they can make.
Of course.
Money focused here.
Schooling is an important qualification, but so is work experience. How many years of prior work experience do you have? So I'll go ahead and preface this by it's going to ask very soon what your character's age is. And we will be setting your age at 18 because that's the youngest you can be. And we want that because the game has an overall time limit. MMC has a mandatory retirement age. I forget what it is. It's either it's somewhere in like the high 50s, low 60s. So we want to make you 18 in order to give you the most time possible. So I would
if we say 10 here, it would be suspicious.
Yeah. So I would say base your prior work experience off of the idea of being 18. Visualize you are back in ancient Mesopotamia and 18 again.
We'll go ahead and we'll give him 2 years where I obviously immediately took over McDonald's as soon as I entered it.
Of course. I saw on the sports page that the Giants won. If you are a sports enthusiast, what interests you? Golf, tennis, armchair quarterbacking, sailing, or competitive drinking?
Golf is the ultimate sport of business.
Of course. Also, which Giants won? There's a Giants in every goddamn sport.
That's the secret.
Uh-huh. All right. I have a few personal questions. I hope you don't mind cooperating. How old are you? We're going to make you 18.
I'm certainly 18.
Yes,
can't you tell?
Hello, fellow kids. What is your sex? Male, female, or undecided?
Male.
What is your current marital status? Divorced, single, or married?
Boy, divorced would be a wild answer for the age.
I know, right?
You know what? Let's say divorced and see what it does.
All right, divorced. The unfortunate thing is I don't know if that's going to come up at all. I have yet to see a single prompt that actually accurately reflects what you put in that response.
Has anyone put divorced in before?
No.
Well, here we go.
Yeah. All right, after all this talk, I'm feeling very comfortable about your application to MMC. Just to see if I'm on track, how would you describe yourself? Blind ambition, I just want to reach the top. Technician, I love to make things work. Party person, I love people. Work before pleasure, but I always make time for my family and friends. Or work is a hobby, life is meant for living.
With a technician like me in charge, everything will work. Everyone will work and they will all contribute to the profits.
All right, technician it is. There's no question, terrible. You make an impressive applicant. Let's see what entry-level positions MMC might have available for you. So we're about to head to the job board, which will show the jobs that are available. We do that after every single job that you go through. But before that, we are shown how the economy is doing. It's randomly generated between 3 possibilities. The economy can either be expanding, fair, or depressed. And that will also affect what jobs are available to you. So the role here at the start of the game is the economy is depressed.
Hey, you know what? Same.
Right. I think we could all identify with this economy. All right, so this is the job board. You'll notice over there on the right job level, you have your goal here is basically to get up in job level as quickly as you can. It goes from 1 to 12, your goal being to reach job level 12, which is the president of the company.
Right.
I believe 3 is the highest that you can get for entry-level positions, and that's like with a perfect interview and expanding economy. But yeah, so you can by all means start with a job level 1. I would just simply recommend starting with a job level 2. So
there seems to be little advantage in that.
Yeah. So between sales trainee, draftsman, assembler, accounts payable clerk, or maintenance person or general helper mailroom, which job entices you?
Let's start as an assembler and build up our blue-collar army.
All right. Assembler. And the fun thing is, for those little graphics like the thumbs up there, I have to turn the cycles down in DOSBox for those to show up properly. If I leave it on the default, it shows like literally for a frame.
Yeah, they're probably like loading, right? They're like loading the program, and the program is loading instantly.
Yeah, that's one of the quirks of DOSBox, and running it on modern hardware is just like, it's like, oh my god, look at all this processing power, I can go so fast.
I have absolutely wrestled DOSBox once or twice. I tried to get a game. My dad used to play, what was it called? One of the old World War I flight games. Aces in the Sky or something?
Yeah.
And I tried to get that working for him, and like the computer just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think one of the old Sierra point-and-click games, like one of the King's Quests or something, I think one of them had a speed setting that like if you set it to maximum, it would just go to whatever your processor is capable of.
Yeah.
So completely unplayable on modern hardware at maximum speed.
They probably had that in there as a prank, knowing those guys.
All right, anyway. Congratulations, Terrible. You have the job of assembler. The following came in your morning electronic mail. Not email,
I love my electronic mail.
All right. You make $18,000 per year. You have your own desk, an MMC medical plan, and a 1-week vacation.
Oh man, this really was a wonderland.
Oh, also, we have hit an ad break. I don't normally stop for my ad breaks, but I make an exception for Executive Suite.
Because it's so texty and talky.
Yeah, exactly. So I we'll be right back in a minute. I don't do 3-minute rolls an hour. I do hour and a half every half hour. I'm considering changing it, but I'm not entirely sure. They're both evil.
Yeah. I mean, there's no good way. It's just whatever way you think hurts the least.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch to the break screen for the next 40 seconds ish.
All right, I'm gonna repair my.
All right, looks like we're back here. So, heading into Terrible Jugman's first job. And at my job right now, I barely have my own desk.
I've never had much of a job where I sit down.
My desk right now is a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down. I started my job, they didn't even have a desk for me, and then someone in my department got fired, and so someone else got their desk, and I got that person's desk.
Nice. The trade. The grand trade. Yeah, no, I'm thinking I've never had a job where I sat down for most of it, except for I worked at a plastic injection molding plant, and there I technically sat down because some of the machines had chairs by them. I'm very blue collar.
Yeah, the luxury of some chairs. I'm very familiar with it. All right. Now we get into it. So the jobs will consist of these situations they present you with, and it will give you multiple choices for how to deal with it.
Right.
Anyway, you are assigned to an online production crew doing a very boring wiring job. In this position, do you concentrate on your work, getting another position, or the people around you?
So when you're in a situation like this, you really do want to form bonds with the people around you, because if any of them go up, they'll remember that and drag you up with them, almost in a sort of vengeance.
Right.
So we will be going for 3, because you're focused on, and also by that token, if you're clearly just trying to climb, they'll notice that too, and they won't help you with shit.
But yes, old adage comes to mind. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You are very friendly and well-liked, but not headed for promotion until your work habits improve. Better to have the boards wired than your personality.
Well,
sounds like
I'm wiring those boards either way, but
sounds like your character's slacking a little. You discover a cost-saving wiring technique in your assembly job. A quick estimate indicates possible savings of 10% per unit. Do you tell Frank Herman, the vice president of manufacturing, other workers, or no one, but use your new technique?
Well, if I'm the only one using my new technique, it's just going to look like someone's making a mistake.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I go tell the VP, well, he's just going to take credit. If I tell the other workers, one of them's also probably just going to take credit, but I'd rather another worker take credit than a suit.
So, you're going to go with other workers?
We'll go with other workers.
All right. A good idea is hard to sell to your peers. They will look first for flaws. Eventually, it's easier to go back to the old system. Apparently, you'll work with a bunch of dummies.
Yeah, no. We're changing our minds about the people at our fucking elbows here.
Yeah. Assembly ideas don't have to play Peoria before they go to the big time. I don't know what they're referencing.
Yeah, no, it's over my head.
Let's shrug. Oh well. Yeah, exactly, Seishu. A bunch of money-wasting dummies. Yeah, they'll never win capitalism. Not like terrible Jugman. An engineer, Brighton Star, asks you to assemble a toy rocket ship he has designed for his son. You are discovered working on the project by Frank Herman. Do you blame the engineer, offer to make one for Frank Herman's son too, or go into the toy business?
Do we grease the palms or do we throw the man under the bus? Because obviously number 3 is not the answer. That's a different job.
I will tell you, number 3 will end the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure number 3 was like, all right, okay?
If you leave the company for any reason, the game ends.
I had that inkling.
Though it is better for your score to leave the company by your own free will than getting fired.
Maybe, but we're a bit early in the game for that.
You say that? When Saku played this, she got fired immediately out of the gate from her first job. And that's how she managed to get second place on the leaderboard, because almost the entire score came from the fact that her character was still 19 years old. All right, so...
You know what? So far, my instincts have been wrong, but I'm going to trust them anyway and go with number 2, because maybe this guy's feeling a little whimsical.
Who knows, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he's feeling a little whimsical.
Don't take the issue too lightly, but indicate you did not think it a life and death matter when you started. Frank declines a rocket ship. Don't toy with me again, he adds as a parting blast.
So far, this isn't working out for me.
It says, so you've been in the assembler position for 1 year. Overall, you did a good job. You'll be remembered for hearty socializing and your resourcefulness.
This is how we build the brand, folks.
Uh-huh. So yeah, there are also 3 evaluations you can come out with from each job. There's good, I think good, average, and poor.
Oh, this is the top rating.
Yes, this is the top rating. You came
Somehow.
out. You came out of that on top, and also these things you'll be remembered for. The game is right. When you apply for other jobs, it checks good and bad things you're remembered for and weighs those into whether or not you will get a job.
Right.
And these are good things, I believe. I hope. I could see Hardy socializing go either way, but I think that's a good thing. Anyway, the economy
It's good as long as you
fair.
go into the right thing with it.
Uh-huh. And you could move up into job level 3s. So
we got there quick.
Yep, we got customer service clerk, engineer in training, skilled assembler, personnel clerk, and accounts receivable clerk.
Let's go ahead and stick an assembler right now. Let's go to skilled assembler. Let's move up in the rank.
Skilled assembler. You got the job. All right, you've been with the company for a year. You make $23,000 per year. Reminder, that's in 1982 money.
Oh yeah, no, I'm seeing it.
You have your own desk, a 2-week vacation, an MMC medical plan, and an MMC keychain.
I got a keychain. I've always wanted a keychain. I could finally keep all of my keys on something instead of just loose in my pocket.
Right? Amazing. Such wonderful future technology, and it's only at MMC.
Only at MMC.
Rumor of a temporary work slowdown hits concurrently with an offer from the Assembler Union Local to become an organizer. Management has made a strong stand against union organization, but layoffs are fueling the membership drive. Do you take the union offer to protect your job or decline the union offer?
There is no bit I could have come into this with that would make me decline a union offer. That's just the way it is. And any fiction I may have been crafting has to fall apart as soon as I receive a union offer.
Right. So you're going to take the union offer?
Oh, of course we're going to take the union offer. What I say about building a strong blue-collar worker base?
Right. And you can't do that without a union.
It's true.
Station says that the $23,019.82 is equivalent to $75,000 today dollars.
God, that's absurd money for an assembly job.
Right? You're still technically entry level because you could have started at this. Anyway, union. We're seizing those means of production. You've increased security at your present level while antagonizing management. Advancement will be more difficult. You consider Jimmy Hoffa's career and take a low-profile organizer approach. Management reacts negatively to your union involvement. They pressure you on performance and productivity. Your reaction? Mollify them, militant stance, or ignore management. Speedrun Hoffa%.
Oh, we're gonna say whatever bullshit they need to hear for them to get off my back. We're gonna modify management. Don't worry, guys. It's cool. I'm still cool. It's because I'm a union guy. I'm gonna slow down.
It's just a little union. It doesn't mean I'm any less good of I'm not any less skilled of an assembler. You make overtures to reassure Frank Herman of your loyalty to MMC, such as working during lunch when necessary. He secretly hopes to dissuade you from the union. You keep remembering Jimmy Hoffa.
I strongly doubt he's secretly hoping.
I think he's openly hoping.
Loudly hoping. From my doorway.
Over the intercom.
Repeatedly.
Sylvia Platt, a continuing education teacher, wants you to publish a somewhat candid paper on working conditions at MMC in the local paper, the Evening Gazette. Do you agree, decline, ask company permission, or use a pen name?
So I have actually gotten no clue from any of this that working conditions are particularly bad. None of that has been established in the fiction. So we'll go ahead and, especially given this is the early 80s, and they're giving me an incredible amount of money for a skilled assembly job, we'll give them some benefit of the doubt in terms of these conditions. We will ask company permission, which is also, kind of a heads up. Hey, they're looking for these papers.
All right, so you're going to ask company permission.
We'll ask company permission. We'll let them know that the word is going out there. We'll see if the game thinks as deeply as I did on this one.
Frank Herman says no. Your literary career will have to begin elsewhere. Well, Frank says no.
Frank said no. Frank said
and that
no.
That was the end of the conversation.
Hey,
you walked in there. You gave your pitch. You're like, well, it's Evening Gazette. It's paper. Everyone reads it. Frank says no. You're like, okay, sir.
Frank said no. I don't know what to tell you, man. Frank said no.
Yeah. All right. You've been in the position for 1 year. Overall, you did an average job. You'll be remembered for acting counter to management's union policy and your good interpersonal skills.
Mm-hmm.
The economy is still fair, but you're still at job level 3. So,
and I don't see I have to change.
Yeah, you cannot do the same job twice. That is a thing. So, I think this happened to Saku. Oh, I think it happened to both Saku and Owen on their runs. If you run out of jobs at a particular level, then that just kind of blocks you from ascending any further.
Right. So, the game has tracked me as having good socialization, good interpersonal skills, and high resourcefulness, which does sound like it's time to start looking at personnel clerk, get into the clerk jobs. Customer service clerk. Let's go with customer service clerk.
Customer service clerk. All right. That's a big pivot.
Let's have a big smile on our face.
All right. Fortunately, you're only remembered for good things. And you got the job. All right. Making $24,000. You get 2-week vacation, your own desk, a working telephone, and another keychain.
This telephone's a great upgrade from my previous one, which was broken.
Uh-huh.
As in physically broken, as in Frank hit it with the rocket ship and smashed it into 1,000 pieces.
Frank said no.
Frank said no. and he's so big.
And plus, now you have a keychain to put your keychain on.
I can put a keychain on this keychain.
Yeah.
Now we're drunk with power.
All right. Bucky Carter, a key salesman, asks you to find him a copy of a report as you are preparing to leave for an evening engagement with an oft-prevailed-upon love interest. You decide to leave, direct him to someone else, or help.
Advancement above all else. We're going to help this guy.
All right.
Hey, listen, I'm not worried about it. I'm divorced.
I will
love
say,
is cheap.
Yeah. I will say, one of the people I saw get taken through this game by the person I originally saw it from, he got this question and he decided to help, and the justification that he gave was, the game has not even given me this romantic interest's name.
I just saw The Matrix, so in my mind is forced romances, and we're not worried about that.
All right, so we're gonna help. Although in a hurry, you have helped Bucky. This is appreciated, and you are told of a sales project opportunity. You appease your romantic interest with a small token of affection. In addition, Bucky Carter is a friend.
Wild returns. Full success.
We have a friend. You made a friend. You're in the middle of a conversation with an irate customer when Sam Danger, Vice President of Marketing...
Danger.
He has my favorite name of all the characters in this game. Sam Danger. Comes to your desk demanding a weekly report. Do you hang up on the customer, put the customer on hold, pretend you don't see Sam, or cry?
Crying would be a pretty strong gambit. Like, that's a power move. That could work out real well.
It'll show you mean business.
I'm worried about hanging up on the customer. Like, that we're not going to do. Might put him on hold, but pretending I don't see Sam is also a bad idea.
Yeah, considering Vice President of Marketing, that's like your boss's boss's boss.
This is a pretty big deal. I am known for my resourcefulness, such as crying on demand. God, we're in the bit zone now. I can't not pick cry. We got to see where that one goes.
If you want to, I can. I've actually never seen anyone pick it.
Yeah, hey, you know what? This is a lot going on, and the only way out of this is maybe making everyone ashamed for what they've put me through. Deploy.
So, terrible Jug will deploy the tears. A natural reaction, but not an effective response. Please choose another option.
All right, salesman.
Yep, sends you right back.
No.
Yep, Frank said no.
Pick it again.
Okay, he continues to cry. A natural reaction, but not an effective response.
All right. We'll put the customer on hold for a second. He might get really mad, but you know.
All right.
We're trying to smooth his move.
Yep. The steam coming through the receiver makes the telephone too hot to handle. You hand Sam Danger the report, squirt some water on the phone, and get your ear burned by the worst language since Woody Hayes lost his last Rose Bowl. Sam walks away with an understanding smile.
So he gets it.
Yeah.
Sam gets it.
He's cool. Sam wouldn't say no. For the first time in weeks, you have a conflict and an evening activity. You must choose between your romantic interest's birthday, the company's softball game, drinks with the group product manager, or working late.
Drinks. Shots!
Yeah!
Shots!
Shots with the boys! You become a charter member of the Old Boys Club. This includes an initiation rite of liberating a worm from a tequila bottle. The next morning, you ask the worm to drive to work.
Man. Oh, it's been a long time since me and tequila had anything to say to each other. I'm not one of those guys who, like, when I get drunk on certain things, I have like an issue with it.
Uh-huh.
But the last time I drank tequila was a tequila called Two Fingers. So by the name alone, you can already kind of think, oh no. I believe that the full bottle cost $5.
Oh my god. That's one of those you buy it for the alcohol content.
It was an end of the night style shot, and it was 2 shots because you have to have 2 shots of Two Fingers.
Uh-huh, of course.
And I've never had alcohol put me in a manic state before. But it was so bad and like such a shot to my heart that I started staggering around the garage. Like I was like, the flavor was like all through my entire mouth. Like it was taking my mouth over. And I'm just slamming my hand into any open bag of chips I could find and like shoving a handful in. Like I distinctly remember how like, I can't, it's gotta get out. It's gotta get out. And like 3 different chips, and I just sat in a chair for like 5 minutes with my head down until someone checked on me, and then I looked up. So I wasn't in trouble. I felt every single one of those minutes. I was just not ready to move for a while. It was horrible.
Fantastic. All right.
Tequila story out of the way.
I don't have any good drinking stories. Like of all the times that I've drank alcohol, it's not very many times. Most of them have been on stream. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. I'm looking forward to doing that someday.
I've done 2 drunk streams. They were both a thing.
This was one of those nights where there was like half the people walked out of there with stories about themselves or others. Like we had one of my friends back then went outside to relieve himself. Was gone for like 20 minutes and came back in bleeding from the head.
What?
Because it turned out he had stood there and it was doing what he needed to do, and then he just sort of turned off and passed out and just fell forward directly onto a rock.
Fantastic.
Which probably knocked him out a little further, and then he got up bleeding. He was a real tough guy type of guy, like one of those wiry metal head kind of tough guys. He didn't realize he was bleeding until we pointed it out to him, despite it dripping off his chin.
Hey man, someone made you bleed your own blood.
Windows sudden stop noise.
All right. So you've done another average job.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be remembered for the good words Bucky Carter says about you. Your indecisive manner, I guess that's what happens when you cry. Not standing your ground under pressure. Or the humor, the humor you maintain even in a crisis. That might also be your crying.
It would be really funny if most of this was the double shot of crying. Gabe's like, we said we didn't notice that, but we noticed that.
All right. The economy is expanding. Look how big that dollar bill is. Still at 3. Wow, really? Still at 3? I'm actually surprised at that.
I'm trying to remember where Bucky was. What was his thing? Can't remember his job title if it was even given to us.
He was a salesman, so
which
I believe is a job level 4 job.
Right.
Well, time to pivot again.
Let's hit accounts receivable. Work with sales a little bit.
You're remembered for your good interpersonal skills.
Yeah. So far, good guy, fun guy to be around.
Yep, making $25,000 a year. Got your own desk, a 2-week vacation, another working telephone, and an official MMC jacket.
I mean, if nothing else, we got us a jacket. We got us a keychain. Hey, listen. We could fail a little bit with the jacket and the keychain. We got 2 keychains. We could sell one of those.
All right. You're under pressure to complete M&M3 accounts. M&M3 accounts receivable within the hour when your calculator batteries go dead. Do you borrow a friend's calculator, run to the drugstore for new batteries, or do it by hand?
Boy.
I think this is before those the calculator with the little solar panel existed.
Oh yeah. Because so this is going to be interesting because my instinct would in fact be to start doing it by hand. Because we're mostly just adding numbers at this point, maybe a little bit of subtracting, some multiplying. We're not doing complicated math here.
No, it's just
so I could rip through it by hand. I don't know if the game will acknowledge the fact that I could rip through it by hand.
I don't know if your character will.
Yeah, I don't know how, if it assumes if he's saying do it by hand means I'm telling the game I can do math like that or not.
Yeah, because the game has an idea of what your character is capable of.
Yeah. If I try to borrow a friend's calculator, they might be under the same pressure I am. We only got so many calculators to go around.
It's possible.
So we're going to super armor this and crush that math by hand. And we'll see if the game respects me.
All right. You will force this game to respect you by force.
I hated that.
A short, concentrated effort falls short and causes serious problems with accuracy. As a side effect, you develop terminal writer's cramp and look like Dr. Strangelove for a week.
I'm being disrespected. This is absurd.
Frank said no.
Frank said no. So I'm pick up the pen. Like, no.
You take the only existing copies of the M&M3 accounts receivable listing home. Your character is kind of a moron. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Seems like it's kind of a moron.
They are stolen from your car while you are buying calculator batteries at the mini mart.
Oh, these calculator batteries are the scourge of my fucking existence.
You try to reconstruct them without telling anyone, report to Carrie Hoffman, the vice president of finance, ask customers for information, or pretend they never existed. That's a power move right there,
That's
isn't it?
Power move. God.
What accounts receivable?
That's too powerful. I'm scared of that power move. That'll end the game. I don't want to go to bed yet. Reconstructing them is impossible.
Yeah.
No way. It's not letting me do them by hand. It's certainly not letting me remember them all and magically do them.
And I'm sure your customers will give you accurate. Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, well, I'm resourceful and I've got good interpersonal skills.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's go ahead and tap the resources of our customers and see if we can get this back together.
All right. Ask customers for information.
Ask customers for information.
MMC's customers immediately ask Carrie Hoffman
what
is going on.
Hey, that's fair.
You plead something I don't feel like pronouncing when interrogated.
No lo contendere.
Yes, that. As punishment, you must handwrite apologies to every customer. Well, apparently you can do that, but you can't do basic math.
Let's see. No lo contendere is no contest.
Ah, yes, of course.
That's me going, hey, you know what? Sure enough.
Yep, you caught me. You learned that your department is to be computerized. What will you do? Learn to use the computer?
Don't even read the other ones. Ridiculous.
I'm surprised you even work for a tech company without knowing how to use a computer.
It seems like that should be assumed.
I do love option 3, though. Go on welfare.
Fuck it. If the game doesn't permit this, I don't know what to say.
You show excellent motivation. Gary Hoffman jokes that computers don't need batteries.
It's true.
You can add BASIC and Pascal to the languages on your resume.
Like, this is the solution to all of my problems. All of my problems are solved by computers. I sucked at this one.
Unfortunately, you overall did a poor job. You'll be remembered for providing ineffective solutions to problems, working long, hard hours, hiding problems that grew to major proportions, using poor judgment, acting in a progressive and decisive manner, and your aggressive go-getter approach. Well,
there's some advantage as to how I fucked it.
At least you had an aggressive go-getter approach.
This is getting bad. This is getting dire. I'm running out of jobs.
I don't see you getting out of 3 this round.
This may not be going well.
Maybe your next job level 3 will pull you up. You might even get knocked down to 2 with this. The economy is fair. Yeah, you've been knocked down to job level 2.
We ate the shit.
You got to earn your way back to those couple 3s that are left.
Hey, this is almost preferable. Let's go. Let's jump over to sales with our buddy Bucky. Hey, Bucky.
All right.
Hey, remember me?
Sales trainee. Also, hello, Owen. Yes,
Hi, Owen.
We're on a fantastic start here.
Don't make fun of me, Owen.
Owen's still
I told the game I could do
math,
but it said I can't.
Owen's still a little salty because he was doing so well when he did this and then just spiraled. Oh shit. Owen redeemed don't do it. Quick.
Don't do what? Hey, what does that mean? Hey, what does that mean? Hey, Owen? Owen, what does that mean? Owen?
So
Hey, Owen?
Don't do it is probably a redeem that I should disable for collabs, but what the hell? Because it means that I need to go on a tangent about an opinion of mine about the works of Matt Groening.
Well, hey, listen, I told you I've got time.
Fair enough.
You can't see me, but I'm putting my hands behind my head and obnoxiously leaning back. What's up, Riot? Welcome in.
All right. I already... God, why did I end up having to use the joke I did? The last time it redeemed, I just repeated dead old plaid Lisa needs braces for about 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, do you want to try a Futurama
one? Okay, you know what? Futurama. I only really like the original episodes that aired on Fox. The movies are okay, definitely watchable. I haven't watched any of the Hulu episodes. I consider the Comedy Central episodes to basically be fan fiction. Because the writing is just not there, at least not for me.
Yeah, this might be spicy. I don't know how spicy this is, but I don't really like Futurama that much. It's much more hit or miss.
That is completely fair. It's a very certain kind of humor in Futurama, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I would have been perfectly fine with the series just ending with The Devil's Hands or Idle Playthings, and then the movies just kind of capping things off. I don't like the Comedy Central episodes.
Futurama was written for people who were getting tired of The Simpsons before The Simpsons got bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some people were. I mean, I'm not gonna say Futurama's bad. People love that show, obviously.
Yeah,
it's a good show. Just
and it has the most overqualified writing staff in all of television. There's somewhere in the range of 5 doctorates in that writing staff.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, no. The Fox episodes are really, really good. That original run, I love.
Futurama's the strongest.
I love all of them. I will admit that when I did download them a while ago for watching on my own time, because who has time to wait for the episodes you want on TV? I'll admit I downloaded every episode except for Jurassic Park. Because that's one of the few pieces of television that could legitimately make me cry. Because
you had to hide from it. You get scared.
I absolutely hate sad things with dogs.
Right.
I can't take it. I love dogs too much. And Seymour waited for him. He waited 15 goddamn years. All right, I think that's enough of a tangent.
I'll turn that fucking thing off before Owen gets you again.
Actually, yeah, hold on. There's other people that have channel points in here too. I need to do it before Station does something. She has
like me scrolling.
Actually, there's another thing I need to shut off before Station gets any funny ideas. Because I am not going to be switching to playing Deep Rock Galactic right now.
I don't even have it installed. I've actually never played it.
Good game. But yeah, I have a 100k channel point redeem that is basically just I'll stop what I'm doing and go play Deep Rock Galactic for the rest of the stream.
I mean, a lot of people say a lot of things, Station.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can finally get back into things. Sales training.
Sales training. We're going to go say hi to Bucky. Hey, Bucky. Sorry, Bucky. I'll be good this time, Bucky.
All right. You're remembered for using poor judgment, but you're remembered for good things, too. You got the job. All right, your salary's gone down a little bit. You only get a 1-week vacation now. You got another keychain, so you got a keychain for your keychain for your keychain.
We're getting very strong. Eventually, we can escape through the window.
Might be able to get a little more length if you put the keychains on your jacket.
Yeah, I was planning on that, you know. Or we get enough keychains, we can reinforce the inside of the jacket to use as a makeshift air sail.
Ooh, yes. Also, I believe you are now tied for Saku for amount of keychains earned in a single game. All right. You attend MMC's introductory sales training seminar. Bucky Carter, a salesman, invites you to gain some practical experience rather than just this book learning by having a few drinks with the boys. Do you study or go drinking with the boys?
I can't say no to Bucky.
Yeah.
I can't say no to my guy Bucky.
Let's go, Bucky!
I'm sure this won't bite me in the ass like almost every single thing.
The drinks go down easily and you are quickly accepted as one of the gang. The camaraderie will be remembered long after the evening's lesson is forgotten.
This is sales, baby. We gotta change it up.
Bucky Carter suggests continuing the evening at a local house of ill repute, Big Lil Palace of Pleasure. Do you decide to go along or go back to room and study before sleep?
Go back to room.
Go back to room.
See, this is where it could start. I'm too early, and I don't have the kind of invincibility these guys are. They think I'm part of the gang, so maybe they won't bite too much if I bang out this one time. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back and make sure I'm not gonna completely fuck it.
Go get some sleep.
We'll get a little bit of sleep and not a fun disease.
Yes. You've displayed an interest in mingling with the boys, but an overriding concern for your responsibilities. Besides, you haven't made reservations ahead of time at Big Lil's.
Yeah. See, so we don't know the best of both worlds on this one.
Yeah. Bucky Carter, now MMC's leading salesman, calls in with a priority request. Dynamic Industries wants to make the largest purchase in MMC history, closing the M&M 2 line and allowing the M&M 3 to come out immediately. All Bucky needs is exact availability and shipping information, but the regional sales manager, Jack Stark, is absent from the office. Do you provide the information yourself, inform Bucky that Jack Stark is absent from the office, or try to contact Jack Stark?
So providing the information myself would be aggressive and go-getting, but also risky. This is too big. Now, just telling Bucky there's a problem doesn't solve the problem.
No.
I'm going to see if I can ring up Jack Stark myself.
Jack! Please don't say no.
Jack! We're going to die, Jack!
The crisis takes a new twist. Jack Stark is out of the office with his mistress.
Oh no!
Applying communications techniques last seen during the Inquisition, you wrench the telephone number from Gertie, Jack Stark's secretary. Now you must decide to either call, have Gertie call, or delay Bucky further.
Boy, Jack, listen. We're gonna call up Jack. This can be between the boys. No one else needs to know. But we do need that information, Jack.
All right, so you gotta go ahead and give him a call?
We're gonna call up Jack. Jack.
Right. Stark's sputtering ends when he hears the story. Offhandedly, he offers thanks for your initiative in calling. Jack has always advocated a reach out and touch someone philosophy.
Yeah, Jack? Hey, Jack!
Bucky gets info. All's well that ends well. Overall, you did a good job. You'll be remembered for having good relations with the sales force, your resourcefulness, and your pragmatic decision-making. Very good. Come on, economy.
Come on, baby. Come on, economy.
The economy is kicking you in the balls.
Come on, man. Maybe I did a good enough job.
You did a good enough job to get back up to 3.
Okay, that's right. I was back in 2. I forgot I was back in 2, but I don't have any other sales jobs here to get into.
All right. Well, engineering training or personnel clerk?
Let's go ahead with engineer training. I know Basic and Pascal.
All right. Engineer in
We're pivoting again.
training. You're remembered for good and bad things.
Risky.
And an
scary.
ad break came up, so...
Oh no, what a
suspense!
What?
Absolutely amazing timing. And we're back. The suspense is over. Does Terrible Jug get the job?
Oh, here we go, gamers.
He got the job.
Yeah, gamers.
Let's go.
There's only one other tier 3 job in this list.
You got
take
another
that,
keychain. It's your 4th keychain.
Behold my jingly glory.
You have a whole chain of keychains.
Soon I can use them as a makeshift weapon.
All right. Okay, as a new engineer, you are subject to the whims of unorganized project managers. A last-minute assignment conflicts with a special seminar MMC has enrolled you in. Your project manager, Harriet Nance, tells you to handle the situation. Do you delay the work, skip the seminar, or take the work to the seminar?
We're going to go ahead and take that work to the seminar. We're going to do it all, baby. That's not going to bite me in the ass like all the other times it has. Sorry, Saku, I'm the Keychain King.
Sorry, Saku, his jingle is stronger than yours. Take the work to the seminar.
Yep.
Tight, difficult scheduling, but you can get it all done. But you can't do math by hand.
Can't do math by hand, apparently. Maybe it was really bad math.
Maybe.
I don't actually know what those accounts books look like at this time.
Harriet is impressed enough to give you a pair of running shoes and a year's supply of gum.
Hey, Sokka, did you get gum? I got gum. I'm the gum king.
You have the chance to carpool with 3 top engineers residing in your new neighborhood. Everyone drives 1 week a month. You own a 2-seat English sports car. You may choose to buy a new car, offer to pay for gas, decline the carpool, or suggest a car convoy.
I mean, listen, we've seen the kind of money I'm making here. Listen, we're just going to go ahead and get a new car rather than engage in an awkward social interaction.
All right. New car it is. Your accommodating purchase leads to solid contacts and a lot of time behind the wheel. Engineer trainees are expected to be expert chauffeurs as well.
There you go.
With time, you have become a valued engineer trainee. You are requested to select an engineering team to work with on the M&M 3 project. You select the best engineers, the worst engineers, or to work alone.
Boy, well, I'm definitely not working alone. So I'm guessing the thought behind this logic would be if you take the best engineers, might get lost in the mix. And if you take the worst engineers, then you might look good in the pile, and you can blame all the fuck-ups on them.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But if we draw upon my own personal skill set of being resourceful and interpersonal, and a joy to be around, then we pick the best engineers and continue building those good contacts.
Yeah.
Because even if my light doesn't necessarily blossom, they'll remember, I say, as I stare down the barrel of a single tier 3 job remaining.
All right, so we're going with the best engineers.
Go with the best engineers.
You learn invaluable secrets about your trade from the engineering elite. You also live with the name Rookie for 2 years and fetch more than your share of donuts.
Hey, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah?
We're having fun. Anytime I have to go get a donut is a time that I'm not working.
The incongruity here. It said you were a rookie for 2 years.
Oh,
terrible. You have been in the engineering training position for 1 year. We got some weird time dilation going on.
No, they'll be calling me rookie for a while. Don't worry about it. I know how these things work. Having called someone, there was a guy at my job at UPS that I just called. Like, I trained him in load quality. So I was like it was a UPS hub loading trucks. I was like the best guy at loading trucks, right? In terms of like the quality of the load and making sure it wouldn't fall over.
Yeah.
So people would get throw it into my truck usually for a couple days. Like, all right, just watch how this guy does it. He's the best one at stacking boxes.
The funny thing is, I have similar experience because I used to work. I used to work for FedEx Ground, and I was also the guy that they were like, "Look at this guy."
Yeah, because we're video game players. We play Tetris.
Exactly.
Literally, that's how I would explain. It's like, I played Tetris. I know how to do this. But there was this one guy who was like, he was like 5'5". I'm 6'5", so I instinctively called him my little guy. That's the bit. And then when he moved on, I was still calling him little guy. And then next year, and then like I think 2 years he was promoted, he was a supervisor. You better believe I was still calling him little guy.
Of course.
So I'm absolutely still getting called rookie.
Fair enough. Completely fair enough. All right, economy. Don't you kick him in the balls again.
Come on, man. Just one time. Hey. Come on, man.
Come on.
Well, maybe I did a really good job that time, so I didn't fuck it up at all.
Hey! Job level 4. You could be a salesman, a marketing assistant, a trainee financial analyst, or a senior accounting clerk.
Oh, man, we're going to go... Oh, Bucky! I'm back, Bucky!
Going for salesman?
We're going to sales.
All right.
What's up, Bucky? I made it. I have so many skills and abilities.
You're only remembered for aggressive go-getting approaching.
Okay, well, that's the sales. That's some sales right there.
I mean, that's good for sales. All right. So you make $34,000 per year. You have your own desk, a 2-week vacation, a travel and entertainment allowance, and access to the Watts line.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've had to look it up every time here. I'll go ahead and do a
We're looking up again, baby.
I'll go ahead and do a quick explanation here as I pull up.
It's super long. It's super long distance. I got it.
Yeah, wide area telephone service. So it's a long distance phone service. it's this. I think essentially it would have been something that you would have had to pay to use. So essentially, the company is paying for your use of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it exists anymore.
Oh, definitely not.
I don't see a reason for something like this to exist anymore. I mean, if I don't even have to... push a 1 to call a different state anymore. I don't think we need this anymore.
This Wikipedia article does not say when Watts terminated.
No, it's actually surprisingly short.
Watts brought AT&T Corporation $1 billion in 1976. Good Lord.
A lot of money for that. All right. Now that we're done learning, let's get to
nothing
sales.
About them actually stopping Watts. Maybe there's like a secret. Maybe there's secret Watts lines still going.
It's how the Illuminati talk to each other.
And station reports that now in the 6 figures.
Very nice. All right. The regional sales manager, Jack Stark, arranges your lunch with 3 key clients. Alan Greenbuck of Analog Concerns, Derek Clayton of Superior Electronics, Andrew, I'm going to say Gravy of Dynamic Industries.
Delicious.
Returning to the office, you report on lunch to Jack Stark. Your car allowance has been upgraded. You can choose from a Buick, Cadillac, or Mercedes.
One second, I'm writing these names down. Just in case the game tries to fucking get me. So Buick is pretty historically considered a car for shitheads. Like, that seems like a bad idea.
I believe the game has them ordered simply by cheapest to most expensive.
Yeah, Buick, a car for shitheads. I can't be in sales and have a Buick. Mercedes might be showing off. So they were going to go regular with the Cadillac. We're going to go middle of the road Cadillac.
All right, Cadillac.
Because I'm not a shithead. So I'm not buying a Buick.
All right. It's always good to impress the clients with a prestigious American car known for its comfort and economy.
Oh yeah, that's. I didn't think about that, but back in the 80s, we were really concerned about the American cars.
We were. You get a call from your old friend Derek Clayton about a major order. He wants to see you in half an hour. Jack Stark is out. The secretary forgot to take Derek's company or phone number. What is Derek's company's name?
Oh, what's that? Who took a bunch of notes about this exact thing? That's right. We're Superior Electronics.
He predicted the gotcha. You are the first person to successfully predict the gotcha. Superior Electronics, final answer?
Superior Electronics, final answer. It's right here on my list.
You have saved the situation with your finely tuned memory. Good salesperson instincts. Proceed with your call. By the way, if you get that wrong, the job ends and it gives you a poor job and kicks you to the job board.
I mean, it should.
The entire salesman job is this one call. On the way to your sales call, you doze off and bump into a stopped delivery truck. The truck isn't damaged. However, steam starts to pour out the front of your car. Do you continue on the sales call or pull in to get car repairs?
Oh, man. Come on. You fucked me on this one. That's insane. That's insane. Napsy, baby. Come on.
You decided to take a little nap at the wrong time.
I simply can't show up with a car that's on fire. We can't do that. We have to get a quick repair. Maybe it's just plug a valve in. God willing.
So just pull in and get repairs?
Pull in and get a repair. Cannot show up in a burning explosion car. I played GTA. I know when the steam comes out, that's when the car's about to explode.
Just imagine the impression it would make. You pull up, you get out of the car, and it blows up behind you as you enter the restaurant that you're having lunch in.
Yeah, yeah. And now he's like, well, what'd you do to that nice, powerful American car to get it to blow up? Are you a shithead? You should have bought a Buick.
All right. Getting repairs.
Getting repairs.
You chose to drive a Cadillac for comfort, not convenience. You'll need to return later with more money to pick up your repaired car. A taxi takes you to the client.
Man, that might be worse.
At lunch, Derek Clayton agrees to the biggest deal in MMC's history, pending immediate availability and shipping information. You call the office to find only a sales trainee around. Doesn't this situation sound familiar?
Hey, this seems real fucking familiar.
Do you have the sales trainee get the information, leave a message for the regional manager to call you with the information, or tell the client there will be a delay?
The immediate's so important to the situation, isn't it? Immediate availability shipping. Oh, this sale. I could make a hero here. I could make a hero. Maybe someday I'll decide to have someone do something they won't fuck up. I'm an aggressive go-getter. Hey, trainee, you want to be a hero today?
You gotta have the trainee get the information?
You want to be a fucking hero today, trainee? Don't fuck up.
You sure?
I don't like that you said it like that.
I actually don't know what happens if you do this.
Don't fuck up, trainee.
I've never seen anyone pick the trainee. But okay, we can go with the trainee.
Don't fuck up. You want to be a hero today, son?
The information is quite possibly correct, but you don't want to commit. You cite ballpark figures and promise to be more specific later. Derek Clayton wonders how big an order it takes to get complete information.
Come on now, that's not fair.
Overall, you did a good job. You'll be remembered for having the perfect sales personality, your overly cautious decision-making, and providing ineffective solutions to problems.
Are we calling the fact that my car was on fire so I didn't drive my flaming car overly cautious? That seems like a normal amount of cautious. I understand the ineffective solutions, but that seems like a normal amount of caution.
Also, note that you were in this position for 2 years instead of 1.
Ah, I do see that. Uh-oh.
Stuff starts to accelerate a little bit the higher you get, and the longer into the game you are.
It's a really long call.
Right? Ooh, the economy is expanding.
Oh, ladies! Let's go!
Job level 5.
Yes!
Assistant product manager, engineer, production foreman, compensation supervisor, or accounting supervisor. The choice is yours.
So, we've already got some engineering under our belt. I don't see another sales thing under my belt. So we will shift over to that full engineer.
All right, engineer, let's go.
Engineer, full engineer. Got out to 5, got right through that 4 problem.
A man of many talents, this one. He's worn many hats.
Yeah, I failed so many times. I picked up so many skills. Oh, they do remember that problem. They do remember that time I hit a problem, though, don't they?
They do remember your car being on fire, yes.
That was a different problem. I didn't hide that problem.
You got the job.
Yeah, I got the job.
All right, you make $44,000 per year. You have a cubicle, a working telephone, and matching furniture.
Fuck that. I've spent a long time making sure that my furniture all clashed with itself so that people wouldn't hang around my office longer than they needed to.
And now you can't get rid of them.
I cultivated a certain eye-searing discomfort for everyone but myself.
Thank you for the update, Seisha. That's a hefty chunk of change there.
Oh, big money.
Conrad Edison assigns you to a prestigious project, working on the M&M4 microcomputer design review. Your joy turns to gloom when you find a design flaw in a product component. Now you can disclose the flaw, hide the flaw, or fix the flaw and not tell anyone.
No, I've been down this road before. I've quite prominently been down this road before we're disclosing the flaw. We're running right up to that guy, waving it above our head like, sir.
He's learning, folks.
Oh, I should chime in.
Controversy rages as half the staff denies there is a flaw. Ultimately, you are vindicated, but the project is bogged down for months. You become addicted to Pepto-Bismol and must eat curried food once a week to balance the effect.
That first part has literally been me. Except instead of half the staff, consider all of management.
Yeah, I
This
think
was
I think we've all been there somewhere.
this was when I worked at a polyurethane fabric treatment plant in the mix room making the exploding barrels, because these barrels were very explosive.
Yeah.
But we were having long-standing issues with testing. A certain product was constantly testing as failure. We'd mix stuff, go on the fabric, and they had to test. I think it was the air permeability on it, and the air permeability was always too high. Too much air was getting through it. And the lead chemist was on an absolute tear that the incompetent, stupid brutes in the mix room were fucking up his precious formula. And he ordered so many changes the way we do things, like to make it super precise. You have to do don't all those procedures that were bogging everything down, slowing it down. We ignored half of them.
Of course.
And he also kept coming in and testing these materials, testing the materials to see if they were the ones that were messing up. Like, he wasn't 100% on us. Then it turned out that after several months of us saying it is not the formula. We've ran this formula before in other buildings and it's worked fine. It's either the machine out there or it's something else. Turned out R&D was doing a test run.
Fantastic.
Ultimately, we were vindicated. We still had to do all the stupid bullshit he had added to our job, but we still ignored half of it.
Oh, God. All right, moving on. Senior management has dragged its heels on salary increases while total MMC profits have skyrocketed. And we're pulling from today's headlines here, aren't we?
Ooh, spicy.
Reaching into the future for this. Now, a company-wide movement is fomented by Brighton Star and other engineers to get royalties on inventions. You must choose either join the job action, oppose the job action, or tell Brighton you back the job action while telling Con Edison you support management.
So they can't remember me for being more pro-union than I already am. Of course we're going to join this job action.
All right.
I mean, I've got to. An engineer is still workers. Just because the collar got a little whiter doesn't mean they're not still workers.
Right. You maintain solidarity with your fellow engineers. You share sidewalk time and your last stick of gum with them as well.
And I had a whole year's worth of that shit.
Yeah. Returning to work at the end of the job action, you discover your personal belongings have all been looted except for a tie from your brother-in-law.
I wonder why they said job action and not just strike. Were they scared?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a little weird.
But we know what it is.
Yeah. Politics begin to appear in the engineering department. Top engineers are vying for management positions. You are pressed to become involved. You decide to focus on work, avoid the situation and study for an advanced engineering certificate, or get involved in the politics.
So for me, it's between 1 and 2 here easily, because I'm not so worried about them vying for management positions.
Nah.
They can fight that fight.
Your management position is all that matters.
It's true. Yeah. Like, we're all helping each other out here, but we're not helping each other out here.
Yeah.
Don't get fucking cocky. So I think we're gonna go ahead and study for that advanced engineering certificate. We're gonna climb up the ranks that way a little bit more.
All right. You add to your personal credentials while maintaining neutrality. Conversations are diverted toward esoteric discussions of technology. Awe on the part of your fellow engineers quickly turns to boredom. Your strategy works.
Yes! Talk at them until they don't want to talk anymore! The ultimate writer technique!
Yep.
I've done this so many times!
You talk them out of all of their, oh man, and wow man, and oh geez.
Mm-hmm. You just find a topic and just go on. If you don't want to talk to someone, just find something. Activate your special interest on purpose.
All right.
Have y'all ever heard about Brandon Sanderson?
So you did an average job. You'll be remembered for
fair.
acting in a progressive and decisive manner, standing up for product quality, acting counter to management's union policy again, and staying out of office politics. Well, It's still expanding.
Oh, let's go. Let's go to 6. Let's go right to 6. Oh, I did go right to 6.
Pick another 5.
We're gonna stick blue collar as long as we can. Move on to production foreman.
Production foreman it is.
Which was my last job, as it happens, more or less.
Ooh,
scary.
Remembered
Hit the bottle.
Unfortunately, you were edged out by a better qualified candidate.
Tendency to tit the ball is pretty funny when I did that exactly one time, and I was loved for it.
I will say that job will appear again the next time you come to the job board, so it's not gone forever.
Oh, then assistant product manager. I'm sure I won't be annihilated again.
Assistant product manager. You're remembered for things, but less things.
I remember for being aggressive, but also not aggressive.
Yes, aggressively indecisive. You got the job.
All right.
You make $46K per year. You got a cubicle. You get to go to a management workshop, and you have personalized stationery.
Boy, hopefully not too personalized.
At a little-known cafe, you see your counterpart at MMC's main competitor, Behemoth Systems, having lunch with a Nippon Central employee. They leave hurriedly before you can say hello, forgetting a binder which turns out to be Behemoth's marketing plan for the coming year. Do you return the binder, give it to your supervisor, hold it for your own use, or try to sell the information?
So many delicious options.
Right?
So it's not one.
So many deliciously, possibly illegal options.
Oh, definitely. So, I mean, it's not that illegal if they left it there.
No.
It's on them at that point. Well, selling it may be a little illegal.
Although I will say, as far as illegal business stuff goes, in this game, there are a weirdly large amount of opportunities you get to do insider trading.
Ooh, I love insider trading. I guess that's what my own use would be right there. That'd be great insider trading.
All right, so what are you going to do with this binder?
I'm flipping between giving it up to my supervisor or holding it for my own use. Definitely not selling it. That's cowardly. That just shows you don't know what to do with what you got. Returning the binder is foolery. Management's pretty mad at me. I should give it to my supervisor.
All right. Giving it to the supervisor.
Give it to the supervisor.
Your effort to maximize company benefit while minimizing your personal opportunities is noted by the Senior Vice President of Marketing, B.T. Barnum.
B.T. Barnum, fuck off.
You gain a reputation as an ace undercover agent and receive a gift certificate to Burberry's. I had to look that up last time. It's a suit store.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know that one.
Yeah, I had to look that up because I wasn't familiar with it.
I know that one for a bizarre angle, professional wrestling.
All right, then.
There's a wrestler who makes a big deal out of his Burberry scarf.
Fantastic. You discover a salesman is receiving kickbacks from your largest customer, Analog Concerns. The information comes in an anonymous letter. You fail to find the author, but the contents are verified. Do you replace the salesman, ask for a cut, or ignore the situation?
So the most pro-worker thing I can do here is to ignore the silly little kickbacks. Who doesn't do a little bit of kickbacking once in a while? Asking for a cut is risky because now that guy kind of has something on me,
Fair.
But he's a salesman who is associated with our largest customer, which means he has a relationship with our largest customer, which means replacing him could damage our relationship with said largest customer. The only morally correct thing to do here is to ignore and allow the bribing to continue.
All right. We'll ignore the situation. Well, sales and profits are up. Managerial effectiveness is often determined by what you don't do as well as what you do.
It's like jazz. You got to focus on the bribes that aren't there.
Exactly. You are asked by Sigmund, no last name, just Sigmund, The group product manager to assemble a marketing/technology report you suspect is to be sold to Nippon Central. You decide to refuse, comply, offer to take him to a sushi bar, or try to go direct to Nippon Central.
So Nippon Central was where the people our competitor was dealing with earlier.
Uh-huh.
So we don't really have any problem with Nippon Central as far as I know that. If I take this guy, we go to a sushi bar, we can chat it out and see what the full scope of the situation is.
All right, you want to go to the sushi bar?
Let's go eat with Sigmund here.
So, offer to take him to a sushi bar. Pointed, if not subtle, indicator of awareness. Be kind and bring Alka-Seltzer for Sigmund.
I wasn't thinking about it as like a sass move, but all right. Hey, I like that too.
Yeah, the game's treating it as you... Yeah, that was absolutely a power move. The game is basically using that as like you're subtly just indicating to him, like, I know what you're doing.
Stare into my terrible jug eyes and decide if you're going to continue with this.
All right, you did an average job. You'll be remembered for your good relations with B.T. Barnum, running away from problems.
When did I run away from a problem?
Good judgment.
Where's that? Where did it pull that from?
I don't know. Wait. Running away from problems? Huh. I don't
like,
rightly... I don't rightly
Is it counting me not like doing anything about that one guy is running away from problems? It's also good judgment.
Right? I don't know. The economy is sad, by the way.
No, I don't want that.
You're still at 5.
Sure enough. I'm still at 5.
You didn't get knocked down, at least.
Didn't get knocked down. Let's try for production foreman again.
All right. We'll try for production foreman after the ad break.
Oh, it happened again.
And we are back.
Stretching out the shoulders.
All right, and I already completely forgot what job you said you were going to take.
Oh, we're gonna take our swinger production foreman.
Production foreman, right.
While I pour this water.
Ooh, you remembered for...
Still bad.
They're still remembering things.
Yeah,
you didn't get the job. You were edged out again.
Still didn't like it. I don't like it.
Well, compensation supervisor or accounting supervisor. What kind of money do you want to work with?
The company's money. Let's go to compensation.
All
work
right.
with everybody's money.
You're remembered for some good and bad things, and you got the job.
Good enough.
All right. You are making $48K per year. You still got the cubicle and the matching furniture and the personalized stationery. You're also 30 years old now.
Getting up there. I've made friends with a lot of higher up people so far.
Yep. Frank Herman, the vice president of manufacturing, asks you to give a higher than normal salary to a special recruit, Brighton Star. Do you grant the higher salary or stick to established compensation tables?
So, I mean, listen, all right. This is where I'm honestly not sure where my opinion on these things kind of jives up with other people's. Where we know we'll take the kind of union tack where hiding salaries is, I consider, an anti-worker technique. But I don't necessarily think that certain people getting special pay for what they're doing is anti-worker. Because if they're earning that money, they're earning that money.
Right.
And if sometimes you want someone in the company, you give them a little more money. I don't consider that negative. I consider that perfectly acceptable in the business. It is what it is. It's more an issue of, are other people going to make a point out of it? And maybe they might have the right to do that. So I have no problem giving my man Brighton Star here a higher salary, even though he fucked me with that rocket ship bullshit the other day. I remember.
Let's do it.
But even so,
you get a good reputation with line people. You have the judgment to be flexible on company policy when it is in MMC's best interest. You hope Frank returns the favor when you want to transfer into manufacturing.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
MMC is under heavy pressure from women employees about compensation structures. Joyce Stern, the Vice President of Administration, asks you to manipulate the figures to indicate that women receive equal pay. Your research indicates differently. Do you manipulate the numbers, report the situation accurately, or ask Jason Parley to intercede?
Joyce. Joyce. Ma'am. Class trader?
Right?
What is this, Joyce? We will not be manipulating these numbers in your favor. I don't know who the fuck Jason Parley is. Does his name come up?
I believe Jason Parley is the Vice President of Finance.
Oh. So this would be me kicking up like, hey,
this would be kicking it up to your boss to be like, hey, there's a thing going on here.
Yeah. So to me, it's either between just going, nah, and doing the accurate numbers, or going to my boss and possibly stressing everybody out, but not being aggressive about it.
Which way is aggressive and go-getter?
Which way is the most aggressive? You know what's fun? You know what's really fun, actually, now to think about it? What I've done before and had a great time doing? Making different supervisors fight each other. Jason! Fight it out.
Jason raises an eyebrow quizzically and says he'll investigate the matter. Later, you find out another compensation supervisor has been assigned to the task. You discover later that Jason Parley is not only impressed with your honesty, but also your discrete memory capability.
So let's break down what happened here. I went, hey, Jason, she's telling me to lie. She's like, that's odd. So instead, we decided to have another person lie. And Jason like, hey, you know what? I get it. That's not the way I expect that to break.
As it turns out, management might not have the lower workers' best interest in mind.
Oh, for certainly not. Certainly not.
Surprising as it is.
But it's the part that most surprised me is that it broke down like that, and it was a net gain with Jason.
Right? This has somehow turned into a positive. All right. Elena Gray, a close friend, files for a workers' compensation extension when you know she is fully recovered. The application comes to you for approval. Do you approve it, reject it, try to talk some sense into her, or sign someone else's name to the claim?
Helena, don't put me in this position. Helena. Well, let's have a little talk with Helena between workers. And try to tell her, listen, come on now, don't put me in this position. This is ridiculous.
Try and talk some sense into her.
We can't break all the rules.
You gotta, because if you abuse the workers' comp, then
you can't abuse the workers' comp. Then they might take the workers' comp away because they're evil.
Right?
You can abuse a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, she should have lied to me earlier.
Right.
So that I wouldn't know.
Right. Well, we'll try and talk some sense into her.
I do know.
It's a long, tough conversation, killing 2 bottles of wine and a few million brain cells.
Oh no, I've tipped the bottle again.
When Elena finally sobers up, she's forgotten all about her scam. You did a good job.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You'll be remembered for your good judgment, befriending Doug MacArthur and Frank Herman. I don't think Doug MacArthur came up. I think he
didn't come up at all.
I think he just gets lumped in with Frank Herman for some reason. And your good interpersonal skills and your positive management style.
Oh, I bet I know what it's like. How much anime do you watch?
Fair amount.
Have you been watching Grendizer U?
No, I've actually not heard of that one.
So there's a character in that one whose face opens up and there's another person inside his head, but much smaller. So that's probably what we're dealing with here. Frank Herman's face opens up and Doug MacArthur's in there and says some other stuff and closes up. And Frank's like, "Yep, that's what Doug said." So that's probably what's going on here.
Yep. All right. Come on, economy.
Come on, economy, please. At least regular. Oh,
the
good.
economy is regular. Fair.
I might get it. Come on. I didn't get it.
You're still in fives.
Still in 5.
Try for production foreman again if you want.
We could try for production. I've made some inroads. Made some inroads.
Hey,
we're still drinking though.
It's 3 versus 3 now.
3 versus 3.
3 versus 2.
It's 3 versus 3.
He might get it.
Come on.
He got it.
Oh, thank God I got another job in the same tier as the one I'm already in.
You make a $50K per year.
Man, not bad.
All right. You must choose a shop floor management style in your new position as production foreman. You choose Tough Theory Z Japanese management style. I have no idea.
Don't talk to me about Theory Z. I've seen some Japanese management shit.
Firm but fair. Removed, managed by the numbers.
So I don't know if that Theory Z is referring to the Japanese management Hoisin just in time, or the just in time style I saw at a place I used to work at, where they're very big on absolutely nothing extra going on. Like as in don't have anything ready in case something goes wrong. You will get exactly what you need and you will do it correctly. But you'll get it it's meant towards very like floor efficiency.
Right.
So like when you need it is when you get it. And in theory, if it works well, what happens is if you mess up and you do need it, they will be able to get you like replacement materials very quickly because nothing's cluttered. But what actually happens is stuff won't get picked up cleanly. You know, the cruft that happens everywhere. At which point, if you need something and it's what you don't have, there's going to be weird chunky delays in getting it to you above and beyond what they already had to give you.
Right.
So I don't fuck with no Theory Z if it is what I think it is.
All right.
We're gonna go with firm but fair on this one, I think, because it was pretty interpersonal. But everyone likes me. That's kind of how I ran when I was running the line at old job. I was very friendly, fair. You know, you could get away with some stuff as long as I knew it wasn't going to mess up the job.
Right.
I wasn't worried about you listening to music on your phone, as long as you don't fuck up.
Right.
That type of deal.
All right. You are liked for your consistency, respected for your performance, appreciated for your results, and morale is high. Smooth water makes for the best sailing. Now,
do you know if mechanically on this game? Now I'm interested. Does this check the traits you have, like you've established when you pick one of these ever?
It does not. The game is unfortunately not that complicated.
It's not picking this because it is how I've kind of rolled already. But
yeah,
it is
no. But
I've rolled already.
Yeah. When you make the selection, no matter what you've done, the result will always be the same. I have heard of a few similar games that would take stuff like this into
I'm not making skill checks. I'm playing a choose your own adventure novel.
Yeah, like I think it was called Alter Ego is a life sim that would definitely remember stuff better like that. I've actually wanted to look into doing that too if I ever get bored of Executive Suite.
Right.
All right.
Then you can loop around, hook everyone back in.
Yeah,
if we don't do round twos.
All right. So you get an employee grievance from Pamela, an attractive assembler who files a sexual harassment complaint. Do you take Pamela out to dinner and discuss the problem, hold a grievance meeting, or defer to the personnel department?
We're not fucking around with this. We're not going out to dinner. Hold on a minute. I see your trap. We're going to hold a grievance meeting. This doesn't have to get escalated unless people want to keep fucking around.
All right. Direct action straight to the heart of the matter. Pamela is satisfied, the guilty parties are chastised, and you've squashed a potential lawsuit. Have a cigar.
You can kind of see where my actual experience on shop floors is helping out here.
Oh, yeah. The funny
you kind of know how you want to deal with some of this shit.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I'm realizing as I'm going through these, I've never actually gone through or seen someone go through this job before, so this job is fresh territory for me.
Oh, yeah.
Pamela, a usually reliable employee, is injured while horsing around on the production line. She is due for a promotion this year if she acquires enough duty days. Do you recommend that she not be promoted, keep the circumstances secret and promote her, or punish the entire shift?
Well, we don't punish the entire shift.
I love how the game just randomly throws out just absolutely ridiculous
just a monstrous
things.
one, yeah. I was thinking going into this, I might do a bit about being monstrous, but I realized quickly the game would end pretty fast if I was trying to be truly monstrous. I don't think it wants that to go down. It's not playing that game.
Yeah.
Now, so I've been very pro worker and very, we'll grease some wheels here and there, but we can't fuck with safety. You absolutely can't fuck around with safety. If you fuck up and hurt yourself, no matter how much you've been really grinding it, you got to take a sec. You can't fuck around with safety like that. You could have fucking died. I don't know what the production line here looks like. Right. The production lines I've worked at, if you fucked around, you would die.
Because, the production line, if there's enough automated stuff there, I mean, the automated machines don't really... The automated machines don't care what you are.
Is there one single lathe? Is there anything spinning very fast? Like the fabric line was a big, long fabric line. There were spots where, like, the way that worked.
I mean, even
Open don't get suddenly sued for saying this. Yeah, even a conveyor belt. Open don't get abruptly sued for saying something like that. But we would put the mixture on the fabric that would go through a blade that would, like, determine, that was, like, very specifically tuned to millimeters. If you put your hand on that fabric and push a little and let it ride you, your arm would just go under this blade.
Yeah.
And that's probably a broken arm. The only time I ever saw someone get caught on that blade, we did stop it in time and they didn't bust anything, but they had this nasty mark all around their arm for like a month. Like it looked like it almost ripped their skin open.
Oof.
So we don't fuck around with safety. You're not getting promoted. Sorry,
Pamela.
Pamela. You fucked up in the one way I can't be happy about.
Pamela tries to return quickly, but cannot. She threatens to sue for discriminatory practice. She suggests this is a tired tune, and that Pamela find another place to sing.
You got hurt, Pamela.
And then she threatened to sue. So you're like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. You're
I guess I did fire her, huh? Hey,
you're nothing but trouble, Pamela. You did an average job. You'll be remembered for supporting and having faith in your people, your positive management style, your open manner of addressing problems, and a bureaucratic approach to problem solving.
Is it calling that last one a negative? Oh man, fair and average. I bet I didn't get a promotion. Come on, 6. I didn't get 6.
You're still at 5.
This is my last chance to get over 5.
This is the last job, level 5. And the best part is if you don't get to 6 from this, the game won't just end. It'll force you to it'll force you to just sit through the 4s and 3s as you just age and just
at which point you just try to lose your job.
Yeah. All right, so accounting supervisor,
and if I don't get it, I will intentionally lose my job.
Yep. All right.
Oh boy.
You did not get the job.
That will float back around.
It will. So you just got to do good enough at this next one. Get some more positives in you. So marketing assistant, trainee financial analyst, or senior accounting clerk.
What was that last job? I actually didn't pay attention to it.
Senior accounting clerk?
No, the last 5 job I had. I was just
the last 5 job you had wasn't that production foreman?
No, the one that was available.
Oh, the one that was available.
You don't remember either, were you? We were just mashing through the button.
It was an accounting job.
All right, let's take senior accounting clerk then.
All right. Whoa.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of things. Like that.
They're getting spicy.
You didn't get the job.
They're getting spicy at me.
All right, so
many jobs have suddenly vanished.
Yeah. Your opportunities are disappearing right before your eyes.
I'm a medical marketing assistant.
All right, marketing. Let's go. Hey.
Oh, hey, Bucky!
Bucky put in some good words Bucky's for back. You in marketing.
Bucky, it's not going great for me right now. I wish you were helping me earlier.
Well, you're making $46K a year now. You got another jacket.
I got another jacket.
Now you'll be extra warm.
Small victories.
All right. Sam Danger, the vice president of marketing, asks you to see a client on your vacation to Des Moines to visit your in-laws. How do you have in-laws?
Well, I am divorced.
You're divorced, but you still maintain a relationship with the in-laws.
I mean, listen.
Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, I broke up with her, but her dad's cool. Your response? Yeah.
No.
All right. So sure, there's nothing to do in Iowa. Say yes, but don't do it. Cancel the vacation or ask the company to subsidize travel costs.
Does cancel vacation mean I will go for work-wise, or does cancel vacation means like I just won't go?
I have no idea, frankly.
I think I'm sure there's nothing to do in Iowa. It's just my in-laws. I'm divorced. It's not that big a deal.
You're displaying the same loyalty to MMC you show your Iowa in-laws. One will reward you with apple pie, the other with a slice of the pie.
It made me do both.
You hurry from the building to your car in order to get a special delivery package to the post office before it closes. In the company parking lot, a well-dressed man asks you to help start his Mercedes. You decide to decline or help.
I mean, classism can go both ways. Just because I give this guy shit just because he's got better clothes and a better car than my flaming Cadillac. Also, he's in our office. So
just imagine you never actually got it fixed. Like it runs fine. It's just constantly on fire.
Oh, it's just cosmetic steam. Don't worry about that.
It's a feature.
Why is your car on fire? Oh, don't worry. That's someone else's fire. We're gonna help this guy out. Maybe the post office fucks up.
All right.
I'd rather help this guy out.
The gentleman turns out to be Dudley Farnsworth, the leader of a stockholders' revolt against the MMC's shakily entrenched board and president. As a way of thanking you and perhaps getting information, Dudley invites you to a party. You want to go?
Ooh, this is interesting. Because the position I'm in currently, hey, you know what? My prospects are getting a little shaky at NMC. Hey, maybe overthrowing the entire upper management staff is my way to the top.
Time to overthrow.
Maybe it's time to just get a little silly. Let's go ahead and accept that invite.
All right,
silly invite.
Accept. At the party, you are bombarded with questions about MMC's management and job offers to work with the adversary group. You decide to give information but don't join adversaries. Give information and agree to join adversaries. Decline information and the invitation.
In for a penny, in for a pound. We're going to give that guy all the information. We're going to join up. We're done with this shit.
So they
bounced me off of so many tier 5 jobs. I did so good. They were so happy with my performance, and yet, because the economy's a little shitty.
They refused to throw you a single bone. Just one crumb of promotion, please.
A nanogram of promotion to 6.
You become a full-fledged conspirator. You may find the road to the top or dead end with current management as the road blocked. Benedict Arnold faced a similar situation and turned it into a historical highlight.
He was quite historical.
All right. The vice president of sales, Red Turner, invites you to spend an afternoon drinking with clients the same day your monthly report is due. You decide to accept, decline, or try to meet up with them later.
We're gonna. Oh, we're gonna meet up with them later. We can't. Well, hang on. I'm so famous for tipping the. Well, at this point, I can't be more famous for tipping the bottle, can I? We gotta do the monthly report. We're gonna go back and go with them a little later and tip that bottle a little bit.
All
Tip
right.
that bottle just a tiny bit.
We're gonna meet up with them later.
We're gonna do number 3 on this one.
All right. You show up at the prearranged restaurant, but Red has decided to dine elsewhere. You have shown friendliness and good intentions, but $15 is a lot for 2 beers and a bowl of pretzels.
Shit does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This was before good phones, you know? I'm not shocked.
You did an average job. You'll be remembered for your aggressive go-getter approach. You've gotten that like 5 times.
Gotten this so many times.
Some indiscreet involvement in office politics.
That seems to be underplaying what I've done.
Having the discipline to finish work before playing. The economy is fair. And you don't even get the 5 again.
Boy. I know that 5's still there, though.
It's made 2s visible again.
I don't like seeing the 2s. We're not fucking with no 2s.
All right. Trainee financial analyst or senior accounting clerk.
Let's go with senior accounting clerk.
All right.
I'm in the struggle zone. Oh
good
no.
Lord.
No, the bottle.
No. Oh no. Well, I guess trainee financial analyst.
Come on, gamers.
Hey.
That's all right.
There you go. Oh, you got a picture of Malcolm Farnsworth III. So Malcolm Farnsworth III is the current president of the company.
Yeah, the man I'm trying to destroy. Yeah, I'm glad they have this picture to burn an effigy.
Just you use it as a dartboard.
God, he wishes it were darts.
Pat Ivers, a college classmate, recommends buying out Meld Design Company based on private information about a breakthrough in circuit development. Do you recommend that the company acquire Meld, let the opportunity pass, or explore it further?
Aggressive. Go get her. Buy him, buy him, buy him. Insider trading. Go.
Get Meld. Gambling on a dynamic company is in the spirit which founded MMC. You seem to be following in the founder's footsteps.
Good to hear.
Carrie Hoffman, the vice president of finance, recommends against the acquisition of Meld Design Company, despite expert analysis reports to the contrary. Do you approach and question Carrie Hoffman in private, explore it further, or have the research company send reports to the senior vice president of finance, Jason Parlay?
Hey, Carrie might know something I don't. Hey, let's be honest, Carrie might know something I don't. We'll go ahead. Hey, let's have a little talk.
All right,
man, what do you know?
Go talk to Carrie.
Yeah, let's talk to Carrie. Hey, man.
Your discretion is very diplomatic, particularly since Carrie had good cause to avoid the acquisition. It won't tell you what the good cause is, but
it'll tell me that it was a good idea.
Yeah. Elaine Pencer, the editor of Circuit News Monthly, a key trade publication, asks for financial help. You have inside information that MMC is going to acquire the Meld Design Company. Do you tell Elaine, make a stock purchase for him, or look for other alternatives?
So we are going to buy Meld then at this point.
Yes. That you have information that it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is asking for financial help.
Of a trade, he's a trade publication. So it will absolutely. This will be insider trading beyond insider trading. You might call it insider trading level 2.
Yes.
Insider
trading to Electric Boogaloo.
Make a stock purchase for him. What even is that? Is that identity theft? What's going on there?
Maybe you could act as his broker. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's the mystery calls to me. It seems so unhinged. I think I'm gonna do it because I feel like my time is running out as it is.
All right.
So we're just gonna do the weird thing that I don't fully understand, just like every other financial genius.
Gonna make the stock purchase for him.
Make the stock purchase for him. Let's see what happens.
All right. Welcome to the world of collusion. You'll have an opportunity to meet all sorts of interesting people, like federal investigators, when your maneuvers are discovered.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Obviously, things aren't going your
Uh-oh.
way at MMC Terrible. With trepidation, you open the top envelope in your morning mail. MMC regrets to say that you and MMC must part company. In a less people-oriented company, you would be fired. Causes for this parting include
They didn't like the crime.
not
The
your
crime was the
insider
last
trading,
straw.
apparently, but
I know
yeah,
it was
they
in there
did
first. It was I think it was like brazen fucking refusal of ethics or something.
All right, well, and there is your score. You get a minus 50K for being fired.
What the? They charged me for being fired.
Yep. That would be a 0 if you left the company on your own terms.
Right, which would have put me at 400.
Yeah, so let me go ahead. Let's compare you to the leaderboard here.
Let's go to the big board.
Let's see here. I should actually pull the leaderboard on stream, shouldn't I?
Probably. Now would be the
All
time.
right. So, this is the current leaderboard. It does put you above Owen, so
That puts me above Owen.
You get to go into third place.
Hell yeah.
But you have first place in number of keychains.
It's true. I feel like I almost wish the leaderboard already had like the thing that clearly got them fired, because fired for crime would feel real good next to that.
To be fair, you did get fired for the most exciting reason.
It's true.
You got fired because you got arrested for insider trading.
I was like, you know what? Let's do a crime. You did a crime.
Yeah, though they just got fired because they just spun out of control and lost the ability to climb in the company.
Yeah, which I also did, but almost. But also, I feel like I got a little screwed over because I had some places in there. The fives were like, "You did a great job." Got me shit. Sorry.
And then I will say there is the fact that you are still kind of being screwed over a little because Saku's high score is from her getting fired immediately.
Oh no, the ad.
Ad. Okay. We'll do one more break. Because I think after that we'll be finishing up.
Yeah, we'll do our wind down. Oh, is that it? Talking about my digestive tract.
All right. So, back from what should hopefully be the last ad break. So yeah, it should be noted that Saku's high score here is not from her run that took a long time, where she eventually ran out of job options, and her high score is from her getting fired immediately in the company, and almost the entirety of the score coming from the fact that her character was still 19.
It really does rate that highly.
Yeah, so that's what I mean when I say that because score can absolutely be beaten. I thought for sure Owen was going to, because before he spiraled out of control into oblivion, he shot up the job levels like a rocket. I thought he was just gonna go straight to the top and win the game like it was the easiest thing ever. And then like he did like one little minor mistake on like a job level 8, I think.
Yeah, because I definitely you can see that
could not recover from it.
The mistakes absolutely pile up on you because I would go to some jobs, it'd be like 4 things I was remembering. Some of them were weird. Like I felt like it punished the like one with the tip the bottle thing. I felt like that was a little too intense because that was like very much a work party thing. That I feel like hit me a lot harder and it was really fair.
Also, another important thing to note here is that somewhere between then and now, you lost your flaming Cadillac.
I did. I guess I never got it back.
Yeah,
that's probably what it was. I never got it back.
Company car, none.
Parking an open lot, have a desk.
No life insurance policy, no stock options.
Lost the personal expense budget. If I got fired at the top of my game, if score would have been a lot higher.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the end of the career for Terrible Jugman.
The end of career for Terrible Jugman.
So, what did you think of Executive Suite?
No, it's pretty good. Like I was definitely, especially I felt like the way it rewarded the way I like went in there on the shop floor type jobs. Like it did focus up on like it rewarded working it like you're trying to care about the people around you.
Yeah.
Like this definitely I wasn't sure going into this if this was gonna be how serious it was taking it, you know? But it did see like the game was taking it very seriously, but not overly seriously.
Yeah, no, because it does its little hee hee ha ha moments too.
Yeah.
You didn't even see some of the craziest ones. Like there's
probably some dank shit in the higher ranks.
There is, I forget what job it's part of, but one of the options you get at an option is to call the mob to put a hit on someone.
God damn, is one of
the silly options they bring up.
That would have been a phenomenal option to have if I was dealing with the president in my campaign to take him down. I'm wondering if that was like a flag that would have come up again later on, which would have been incredible. I was hoping for that arc.
All right. Well, do you think you might be interested in challenging again sometime?
I think it would be cool for like round 2s from like basically everyone who's done it to see how they hit it, knowing more about the game, having watched everyone else's plays and like this, attacking it with more like intent.
Yeah.
Could be an interesting series.
And yeah, so I will bounce off of that to once again say, open to anyone who wants to play this, even if it's to replay. Just open completely. I love going through this game with people. It's a grand old time.
I actually, I'm going to. Now he's not a streamer himself, but my man Impossible. I would love to see him tackle this because he's insane. I'm actively unhinged and he's passively unhinged. And also my friend Constantly, I'm going to recommend it to her too. I'm going to try to get those two to get in here.
Nice.
If you don't mind going a little outside the circle.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we could even like make it a group thing where like one person goes and then another person.
Yeah, I think
either way,
my friend Constantly would have fun because she worked in the tech industry for a while. So she's been in some offices. And like I said, Gospel's just straight up crazy. I want to see how fast he gets fired for crimes.
All right. I'm going to put the leaderboard back up just to remind you here. So you are going to be in 3rd place. Owen moves down to 4th. I know Owen is itching to get another shot at this.
He craves vengeance.
He absolutely craves vengeance. Because I'm not gonna lie, he got cheated. He got cheated hard.
I'm shocked. Looking at that low score, he must have gotten fucked over.
Like considering he actually, I think he did make it to like job level 8. I think. And like he made like a minor mistake on a job, and then just could not recover from it.
It just kept hitting him and hitting him. Because I had a lot of fumbles, especially early on, and that stuff really showed up again in the late stage.
Yeah, and then that's the thing, is making mistakes on the higher jobs hurts more.
Because of the
All
waiting.
right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. You got anything you got anything coming up?
On my schedule, I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter with my man Impossible and probably some other people, like some other friends of mine around Saturday. Was it Saturday? It's on my schedule.
Oh.
Aside from that, I don't have any big plans aside from when the Game Awards hit. Me and Lita are going to be live reacting to that.
Fun.
And I'm like very big and like I pay very close attention to game industry stuff. So I usually have a lot of weird shit to say when stuff like that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a little cocky, but I would consider myself like a game expert.
Right.
Like game history, game currents, the way the whole market moves. So I have a lot of fun watching the Game Awards and talking a lot of shit about them. So that'll be, I think it's the 12th of December. So that's something to look forward to.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and close it off here. So
if you're here from me, you better hit that follow button.
So yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop out of the call here and do my little finishing spiel. But it was good doing this with you.
Oh, it's great being on.
Yep. Hopefully we can do another thing sometime too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I have had to go to the bathroom for the last hour and a half. So so I'll leave Vite here to wrap up, and good night, dear friends. Good night.
All right. Okay, so yep, that'll be it for the stream today. My next stream is going to be Saturday, noon Pacific, continuing with a Pokemon Black version randomizer Nuzlocke, my second attempt after I got swept by a Garchomp, unfortunately. I'm also doing viewer requested Pokemon nicknames. So if that is your thing, feel free to come along. Anyway, gonna go ahead and see if there's anyone to raid right now. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, is that... Oh, Jiro, a fellow bear VTuber, is doing a charity stream from the looks of it. I'll send you guys his way. So say hello to Jiro. He's a nice guy. Like I said, fellow bear VTuber. So raid messages, bears raiding bears, and whatever yelling emotes you have available to you. So I'll go ahead and kick you guys over there. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.